Hi, my name's Kirsten Foss and I'm a business coach for the spa industry. So the theme of most of my topics this month have been around strategic planning for the upcoming year. The month of November is typically the time of year where most businesses, small and really big, sit down with their management and look at what is going to be the plan for the upcoming year. Because let's face it, a plan without a plan is really just a wish. So one of the topics that comes up consistently when it comes to spa owners being really frustrated with their business has to do with feeling like you just don't have enough time to get things done. And what you end up feeling like is you're just kind of running around in circles, and none of the things on your to-do list gets completed, or none of your projects, maybe it feels like you're a great starter, but none of them really get to the end where you're working on the details. And it's all because it feels like there's just not enough time in the day or the week or the month to get it all done. Okay, I can understand how you feel that way, but here's the thing. We often have huge amounts of time stealers in our schedule. We're letting those time stealers in our schedule, and they're wreaking havoc with how we feel about getting stuff done and the actual getting stuff done. So what are some time stealers that you may not be aware of? Well, there's time stealers that are both happening in your personal life and in your business life. So some examples in your personal life are things like just not being organized with your grocery shopping. This for me was one of those big aha moments at the beginning of 2016. I was feeling like I'm running off my feet. I have too much to do. I'm not having a whole lot of fun. How can I make this better? And getting organized with my grocery shopping and meal planning was unbelievably, gave me an unbelievable amount of relief in my week. What I normally would do was, think of what to make for dinner at about 4 o'clock, hop in my car, go to the grocery store, pick up some stuff. Maybe I'd even think forward enough in the next couple of days what we'd want to have for dinner, pick up my grocery shopping, come home, start dinner, get the kids to help, that kind of thing. But what I found is that if I spent like 10 minutes meal planning on Sunday and writing out my grocery list for all the things I need for my meals for the week, and then just powered up my grocery shopping, my week was really organized. I have a little whiteboard on my fridge that has all the meals for the week, Monday to Sunday. And so the family also knows what to expect for meals. So that was just one example of time stealers, grocery shopping, that can get in your way of your business, of your personal time. And it just means that sometimes we have to slightly adjust how we do things, because a lot of times we're just doing things unconsciously because that's the only way we've done them. Some other examples of time stealers, I got a list here. Shuttling kids if you're a parent. If you've got aging parents and they're not well, that can be another responsibility that is taking away time that you need. Social media is a huge time stealer. Now I'm talking about the kind of social media where you're just like scrolling through on your phone or on your laptop in between clients. Maybe if you're kind of like, I'm just gonna pop onto Facebook and check it out. Next thing you know, you've spent half an hour wasted time literally doing nothing. So social media is a huge one. Email is another huge time stealer. Phone calls, text messages, TV. TV is a huge time stealer. For work, you're gonna look at overbooking. That's a time stealer. A client who is like, oh my gosh, I need to get in, I'm in an emergency. That's their emergency for not planning, not your emergency, and you can say no. What else? Interruptions. A lot of you as spa owners are sitting on the front desk and managing reception, and you're trying to get your admin work done at the same time, and that just doesn't work because you get interrupted all the time. But you stop, you get interrupted. By the time you can get back, get your head in the game, there's quite a bit of time, quite a bit of lag time in there. So you add up all those little interruptions and you've got a huge amount of time that's wasted. Meetings, multitasking. Who prides themselves on as being a multitasker? It's not helping you because nothing ever really gets done well when you're multitasking. Saying yes too much when you should be saying no. So those are some examples of time stealers in your personal life and your business. And this is all going to be talked about at our planning day on Monday, November 14th. That's next week. And we're really going to dive into exactly what time stealers are taking that productive time away from you. And we're also going to talk about and brainstorm, and I'm going to give you some ideas about how to manage some of those issues so they're not issues for you any longer. So if you are feeling like you don't have enough time, and if you find yourself saying, I don't have enough time, or I didn't have time, then you need to start looking at what is going on with your schedule and where is it leaking for you. We sell time in the spa industry, so we know how valuable time is. Once it's gone, we can't get it back. It's not like it's a widget sitting on the shelf. It's not like it's your product sitting on your shelf that you can still sell. When we've missed the time, we can't get it back. So this is a very, very precious resource for you in your business, just as a business model, but even more so as an entrepreneur. Your time needs to be protected, because that is the resource that's going to help you with creating that strategic plan and being able to action it out. Can you imagine how frustrating that would be if you spent time putting together a strategic plan for your upcoming year, but you haven't really looked at your time stealers and your scheduling and your time management properly? You've just really set yourself up to fail because you haven't given yourself enough time to action out what your plan is. So if you would like to join us for the 2017 planning day, it's spa specific, totally spa specific, then you can click the link above in the video here and get all the information about how to join us. So I would love to hear what some of your time stealers are. Maybe you haven't thought about this. Maybe you're aware of it and you're just like, I really like my Netflix. But you know, being an entrepreneur means that we have to be responsible to ourselves. And so sometimes that means making decisions that are good for us that at first maybe don't feel so good. So I'd love to hear your feedback about what your time stealers are. You can leave that below.